Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Super Sports Central. Today we have my Week 14 NFL predictions. So last week I had a record of 9-5, and that brings my overall record on the season to 124 correct and 69 incorrect. Starting off on Thursday Night Football, we have the Steelers visiting the Vikings. So the Vikings lost to the previous winless Lions last week. However, the Steelers were the team the Lions tied against. So the two games the Lions had the best chance at winning, and one game they did win, were against these two teams. The Vikings defense is getting a boost because Anthony Barr, Eric Kendricks, and Patrick Peterson are all coming back, and they're also getting star running back Dalvin Cook back from a shoulder injury. I think on the short week the Vikings will win at home 21-17. On to Sunday's games, we have the Ravens visiting the Browns. So a few weeks ago, these two teams squared off, and it was a very sloppy game, and the Ravens came out on top. The Ravens now lost cornerback Marlon Humphrey out. They lost him for the season. Lamar Jackson has been playing that well recently. However, I expect him to play well enough for the Ravens to defeat the Browns on the road, 24-20. Next game, we have the Jaguars visiting the Titans. The Titans should easily win this game. On paper, they're going to win. The Jaguars are playing their second game on the road against a playoff-caliber team. Last week, they got destroyed by the Rams, and I expect them to get destroyed by the Titans this week, because the Titans are coming off a bye week, and while they are without their top two receivers, A.J. Brown and Julio Jones, I still think they're going to have enough weapons to put up 31 points. I have the Titans winning 31-10. Next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Raiders. These two teams met a few weeks ago, and the Chiefs absolutely dominated, having their best game of the season. The Raiders are now on the road, and I don't think the Chiefs are going to dominate like they did last week. However, I think they will win by 10 points. I think they're going to win 34-24. Moving on to the next game, we have the Saints going to New York to take on the Jets. So the Saints are likely getting Alvin Kamara back, and Taysom Hill is prepared to start at quarterback. The Saints are getting some key players back from injury. However, they have Cam Jordan on the COVID reserve list, and they're still without other key players. The Jets have been better but not good enough to win. I have the Saints winning 24-13. Next up, we have the Cowboys visiting the Washington football team. So earlier in the season, it looked like the Cowboys were going to run away with the NFC East. I still think they're going to win the NFC East by a sizable margin. But Washington has closed the gap a little bit. It's a key game for both teams. The Cowboys are more talented, and they're going to be getting pass rusher Randy Gregory back from injury this week, which is going to make their pass rush better. Washington's going to keep it close, but Dallas is going to win 27-22. Next up, we have the Falcons visiting the Panthers. This is a key game for the NFC wildcard race. Both teams are only one spot out of a wildcard position. They've been very inconsistent. The Panthers just fired offensive coordinator Joe Brady last week, so we could be seeing something new from an offensive perspective. And we are going to see both of the Panthers quarterbacks play. Cam Newton will start, however, PJ Walker will also see time at quarterback. The game could go either way. I have the Panthers coming out on top 20-19. Next up, we have the Seahawks visiting the Texans. So the Seahawks beat a potential playoff team last week, the 49ers. The Texans are not good. I think just about anyone in the league can beat the Texans right now. Davis Mills will start for the Texans at quarterback. And I think the Seahawks are going to get their second win in a row, winning easily 27-7. Next up, we have the Giants visiting the Chargers. The Giants' offense is struggling badly right now. They haven't scored more than 13 points in their last 3 games. They scored 10 against the Buccaneers, 13 in a win against the Eagles, which is typically you can't score 13 points and win. And then they scored 9 in a loss to to the Dolphins. If the Giants do score a touchdown, I expect it to be on a long run from Saquon Barkley, because the Chargers have one of the worst run defenses in the league. The Chargers' top two receivers, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, are on the COVID list and may miss the game. The Giants are also potentially starting Jake Fromm because Daniel Jones is out with a neck strain and Mike Glennon, the backup, is in the concussion protocol. I think the Giants will convincingly lose this game. Chargers easily win 31-13. Next up, we have the Lions visiting the Broncos. The Lions won their first game last week against the Vikings. The Broncos are going to need this game for the playoff race if they want to hang around in it. Speaking of hanging around, the Lions are going to hang around in this game, but they're going to end up falling just short, 27-23. Next up, we have the 49ers visiting the Bengals. Big game for both teams. Both teams are coming off losses. Both teams have playoff caliber talent on their teams. The Bengals are the better team. They're home, and I think they're going to defeat the 49ers in a close game, 30-26. However, this game could definitely go either way. Another game that could go either way, we have the Bills visiting the Buccaneers. This game is going to be a great game. Both teams are really good, and when they're playing their A game, they definitely look like Super Bowl contenders. Both teams are going to be able to move the ball, because the Bills' secondary is without star cornerback Tre'Davious White, and the Buccaneers' secondary hasn't been that great all season. So, it's going to be a shootout. I have the Buccaneers winning because the Bills haven't been playing their best football lately. Buccaneers win 31-27. And Sunday Night Football, we have the Bears visiting the Packers. The Bears are getting Justin Fields back after a rib injury. Aaron Rodgers is still dealing with his toe injury, and he's not practicing. However, Aaron Rodgers doesn't need to practice because he's Aaron Rodgers. And he's been playing through it, so there's no reason to believe he's not going to play through it again. I think he's going to lead the Packers to a 34-20 win over the Bears. And the last game, this is going to be a great game. Monday Night Football, we have the Rams visiting the Cardinals. This is a big game for both teams. The Cardinals won't officially clinch the division with the win, but I think they'd become very close because I think the Rams are the only team in the division that has a chance at catching them. The Rams got back on track last week with a win over the 49ers. They got back on track last week with a win at home over the Jaguars. This game could definitely go either way. Now that the Cardinals have Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins both back, that is a definite bonus for them. And I still think the Rams are going to come out on top because they desperately need this game. Both teams really need it. However, the Rams need it a bit more. The Cardinals, they could do without winning this game. I still think they're in a good position to potentially clinch the 1 seed in the future and clinch the division. However, the Rams, they need some help getting to win the division. So, the Rams desperately need this game, and they're going to win the game at 28-24. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. And make sure to check out some of the community polls, and you can vote on who you think the winners of some of these games will be.